Hi, my name's Laura Malone and I'll be talking about two different teaching strategies, direct instruction and inquiry learning. Direct instruction is a teaching strategy that uses straightforward methods and is useful for teaching a specific skill, so lessons that use diagrams, such as the lesson which demonstrates the order of the planets in the solar system. It has a vast amount of research to support its effectiveness within schools, as it has been used for so long. It is a tried and true approach to teaching. Although direct instruction has been a tried and true method of teaching, over the years it has developed to suit the changing needs of students. Direct instruction is still teacher-focused, but is also developed and altered to suit the students' differing levels of learning. Direct instruction teaching strategy allows a teacher greater control of what the students are learning and how they're learning it. This is particularly helpful when it comes to starting a new topic. This strategy uses methods such as lectures, demonstrations, and didactic questioning to help students learn. Direct instruction can be used to introduce other teaching methods and is also effective for developing step-by-step skills and providing information. Direct instruction can be a great teaching strategy. However, if it's not done correctly, the content can quickly become boring and students may not engage with the learning material. If the strategy is implemented correctly, it can be extremely beneficial for students because it is helpful when beginning a new topic or learning topics which are regimented and have step-by-step instructions. Some students do not respond as well as others to direct instruction. These students usually learn better with more hands-on activities. In this instance, inquiry learning may suit these types of students better, or a combination of both direct instruction strategy and inquiry learning strategy may be better as well. It is regimented and structured. It is a great way for children to learn topics that have right or wrong answers, such as mathematics. It allows students to learn how to recall information that's been given to them and learn step-by-step skills. Direct instruction has given a lot to teaching practice over the years. It is how most schools have been teaching their students for years, as it is proven time and time again to be a very effective way of teaching. However, it should be combined with other methods of teaching and not just used as a standalone teaching method. The direct instruction strategy is particularly useful in regards to topics that use step-by-step processes to learn the basics. It is often used in math and English lessons to demonstrate how to write or how to solve a problem in a particular way. Direct instruction can be used to teach children things such as how to tell the time on an analog clock. Teachers can utilise a dry erase board to create diagrams of clocks to physically show children certain times on the clock face. Asking children to determine what time you have written on the board can be an effective method of teaching them how to recognise different times and how to differentiate between the minute and the hour hands of the clock. An old saying goes, "Tell me and I forget, show me and I remember, involve me and I understand." Although it is not certain where this quote came from, some say it was Confucius, others say it was Thomas Jefferson, it can be said that it is most definitely appropriate in regards to the inquiry learning strategy. Direct instruction can only go so far when teaching children these days, and using elements of inquiry learning in lesson plans is very beneficial for creating an involved and interactive learning environment. Children learn in this way from the moment they are born, so it's only natural that this strategy works when implemented effectively. Inquiry learning is student-centred, and although it contrasts direct instruction, the two strategies can be used in conjunction with each other to create a truly effective lesson plan. There is less research to support this strategy as one that should be used at all schools, unlike the direct instruction theory. This approach is much more open-ended and flexible, which is not suitable for all learning environments or students. The inquiry strategy uses methods such as reflective discussion, guided inquiry, and problem solving. There are many different forms of inquiry learning. These include play-based learning, discovery learning, project-based learning, and problem-based learning. Although these stem from inquiry learning and are based on the constructivist model, they are all different in various ways. Inquiry learning is much more student-centred and hands-on. This makes it much more interesting for the students and increases the chance that they will engage with the content that they are learning. Using methods such as reflective discussion and guided inquiry with something such as a class activity, for example a science experiment, can increase the student's interest in the experiment and therefore the outcome of the experiment, and as a result, the student is much more likely to retain the information regarding the experiment. It is much more engaging, interesting, and stimulates the student's mind to find their own conclusions. This is why inquiry learning is a very successful approach. Inquiry learning gives teachers a different approach to use when other methods may not work. For example, if a student is not responding to direct instruction combined with other teaching strategies in a positive manner, adding in elements of inquiry learning strategy may help the student to engage with the content and gain a better understanding of the topic. There are a number of lessons you could use inquiry learning in, however, I will be focusing on its use in a science lesson. Inquiry learning is a great strategy to use in regards to science, as it allows students to explore and create their own hypotheses before completing a hands-on experiment to achieve an outcome. This allows students to better understand how processes work, as they are actually involved in the process itself. A quick example of a science lesson in which inquiry learning is used in is a science lesson that demonstrates decomposition. The students are asked to watch the decomposition process of fruit over a number of weeks and document their results. Once these results are recorded, the students revisit these results and come to a conclusion. The class then discuss their results as a group, which allows them to bounce ideas off each other and discuss what has happened and why. These two strategies, although very different, can be used together to create effective lesson plans which are suited to a majority of students. By using a combination of these two strategies along with elements of other strategies such as independent study and experiential learning, teachers can create an environment that encourages children to reach their maximum potential in the classroom.